Look out, I'm driving to Melbourne. I'm driving to Melbourne. And why am I driving to Melbourne? Well, because firstly I wanted to do a road trip in this absolutely beautiful, sexy FG Falcon Ute that you saw a little while ago with Mr. Oxley from Full Boost of the Luke variety. And secondly, because we're going to build the engine for the drag car this weekend, so I'm pretty pumped about that. And yeah, it's been a long time in the making, and not for any reason other than everyone's just super busy. Managed to jag one weekend where both myself and Anth are available, so literally right before the Melbourne Cup, so got that one in, and then straight after that I'm back to do work at the Australian Superbikes and then the Adelaide 500, and then I might be going to Japan. So yeah, I've been wanting to go to Japan for a long time, so that's a whole different story. But yeah, I'm on the road driving the FG, which is not boosted or anything at all yet. Yeah, I'm cruising across, and when I say FG I mean the dark grey one, the tray back, the really sexy one, not the silver one. The silver ones, you'll find out soon. So yeah, happy road trip. It's a beautiful day. I'm running on the most amazing fuel ever, LPG. Even though it's a bastard to get. I just found that out. I pulled up at a petrol station which I thought would have it and didn't, so I had to backtrack 10 kilometers to go and get some. But driving, and no real other plans on the road apart from listening to some music and soaking up the beautiful vibes in this FG. And I guess maybe I could just update you really quickly about what I've done with this FG since I got it, because there was no real plan to it apart from drive it. I may have sold my Porsche I had, which you've seen in some few videos ago. As many people know, and as many people are, I struggle to not modify vehicles, and I was struggling to not modify that car. I fixed a lot of things, just little niggly things that I wanted fixed. Also spent a bit of money wiring up this, you know, beautiful German wiring loom for the tow bar. But then I started looking at, well, those other later model 22-inch wheels that look nice, and it needs an exhaust, and it needs upgraded headlights, and it needs upgraded taillights, and then it needs a satin PPF wrap. And then I went, stop being a dickhead, and I sold it. So I do miss that car already. It was a super nice car. Now I can say I've had one. Maybe I have another one later, maybe, I don't know. But the 957 Cayenne is a really nice car. It is the car that apparently saved Porsche. They were in deep doo-doo and needed money, and then they bought that car out and it saved the company. So thanks from the Cayenne to Porsche, and all the other Porsche enthusiasts. Aside from that, now I'm in the FG. I've still got Frank the Tank, it's sitting there. I've got some plans for that on the boil with some other really cool stuff, but I'm sort of prioritising. Obviously the engine for the drag car is going to go in and start assembling and doing all that, so that'll get closer and closer. And the FG here, I hated how the fact that these things have got this massive big gaping gap between the tray and the chassis rail, so I lifted the tray off and dropped the tray down 100 mils, which makes it look a bit better. Also makes it easier to load motorbikes in and out of, which is a big bonus. Added some wheel docks for the bikes as well, so I can go to the bend for track days and for drag racing and so forth. Other than that, just a few maintenance things. We fixed the BTR in it, had a bit of a slip in it, so we've put one of Mike from MB Automatics billet servos in it, which fixed the problem. It's not a complete fix, but it's well, it is, but it doesn't mean the transmission's still not like high mileage. But other than that, it drives beautifully now. I also, thanks to my mates at Ford Spares in Lonsdale there, formerly Limousine, managed to jag a set of leather FG XR6 seats, which are so much more comfortable than the other ones. Yeah, the other ones were kind of stuffed anyway, so I've moved them on to someone who's going to put them in a Land Cruiser. And other than that, just little fixes like these cars are so good because of the fact that you can repair things so easy. It's like 16 bucks for a door handle. It's, I think, 20 bucks for a new boot to go around the gear stick. and the handbrake, like the little leather boots around there. And the other big thing I did do, which I really wanted, was I've updated the head unit by using an AeroPro head unit assembly. It's a whole one-piece thing that rips the whole factory command center or whatever they call it out, and you replace the whole thing, and it looks completely standard. Even replaces all of the climate control buttons. So now I've got a double DIN JVC head unit. It's all late model, Apple CarPlay, reverse camera, the whole deal. So it's really good. So, but other than that, I mean, I've just serviced this thing and it drives really nicely. So probably a couple of little things wear and tear was, but other than that, I mean, I like the fact that this thing isn't that pretty. It means I can drive it whenever I want and park it wherever I want. And yeah, it's just a car. That might get boost. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop waffling, as you know me for, and I'm going to hit the road, and I'll see you in Melbourne. Actually, I should just mention one big thing that has happened recently was launching Hoon Coffee.
Hoon Coffee! High octane coffee for high octane people.
Got a few people thinking it was a bit of a gimmick and a bit of a joke, but it's not. It is actually really good coffee. If you haven't seen the video yet, put up a video called Cars and Coffee where I talk to Billy, who is the owner of Patio Coffee Roasters and a complete and utter Mopar tragic and a really awesome dude. He is the roaster behind Hoon Coffee, so I'm not sort of hiding it behind some crappy white label. Their coffee is really amazing, so I've been blessed enough to work with them and to bring out a really good product. Of all the orders I've had out there, people are giving me really good feedback, so it's nice to know that I'm actually delivering a nice product, not just sort of trying to take people's money over a gimmick. Because I've got some mates that have done me some awesome favours and helped me out in the past, I have some gifts I'm taking to Melbourne as well, which is... Now that one there is the 98, which is the milder of the three blends. So we've got 98, E85 and methanol. Obviously there's no actual fuel in them because that would be ridiculous. That is the milder one. It is super nice, very smooth, and you can read all about it on the website. Also, if you go onto the website, and it's just hooncoffee.com, that easy, you can actually use the code HoonTV to get a discount. Also, the other thing is, if you want a discount but you are a prolific coffee drinker and you drink a lot of coffee, you can actually go in there and just click a button and it just sits you up on a monthly subscription, so you don't have to do anything. You just, if you use a kilo a month, it'll send you a kilo a month. It just automatically charges you and it gets sent out. All the coffee is sent out fresh. There's no products sitting around or anything like that. Plus the other thing is that if you don't want whole beans, there's grinds as well that you can select from as well, depending if you want pour over espresso or whatever. So yeah, jump on if you love coffee. I do love coffee, so I'm very happy to be doing this. But yeah, try it. You won't regret it, and I'm not just saying that. So yeah, cool. Thank you.
Oof, damn, it's bright out here. All right, get the eyes right. Hang on. The old trick for photographers, and people don't believe me, is if it's bright like this, what you do is you look at the sun with your eyes shut. Go for about 30 seconds. I'm going to cheat though and go for shorter, and then closes your pupils so you can actually see stuff. Wow, that lens is dirty. Anyway, it is Saturday and I'm at Horsepower Junkie. I've been here for the last few days just doing prep work and helping Anth get stuff ready for building the engine today, but we're building the engine today, so that's very good. So yeah. But the exciting thing is as well is that I've been driving my beautiful FG Trayback, because my other FG is... I'm really looking forward to telling you actually. Damn it, it's just... Anyway, you'll find out soon, very soon. Cat out of the bag also, because the post went up on Instagram yesterday, and being a bit cheeky, this beautiful FG here, there is a few small niggly issues with the LPG system. I think the tank might be either out of date or almost out of date, so that's a thing as well. But I accidentally... just shut up, alright, you stupid buddy bird. Yeah, go away. Anyway, so I accidentally may have bought the entire driveline out of an FG turbo ute. So Mr. Tray Top here, which I think I might have called Trevor the Tray Top, is going to be turbo. So yeah, anyway, let's go inside and see what's going on. This is the bit where I turn from there, just working on engine stuff and prepping, to being the annoying YouTuber and harassing this guy over here. Final prep.
Final polish, check it all over, make sure there's nothing in there, make sure all the oil galleries are clear and clean, nice and shiny.
Nice. What is this crank?
The Barra crank.
Well done. Yeah, look at that. So, yeah, before I go in the engine room, that's my rocker cover under construction. Still need some stuff done to it. There's a Barra. There's a Barra. I think that's just a basic 800 horsepower street engine. There's a billet Barra. There's another billet Barra. There's another Barra there. There's a lot of Barras. Oh yeah, there's another billet Barra. There's another billet Barra. There's another Barra. And I believe that's another Barra. So there's a bit of Barra stuff going on. Over here, we've got the Horsepower Junkie pump housing, which will get assembled soon. The PPM rockers, which are in the box ready to go, modified oil pickup, and that's because it runs the bed plate and we need to modify it for that, or Anth did. This beautiful PPM crank here that Anth's just finished giving a last final polish and clean. PPM rods. Dale from Adelaide Ceramic Coatings has coated this slightly modified front cover that I've done. I've cut off the power steering provisions and also the idler pulley provisions because don't need either of them. Got to do a last clean up on this Yellow Terra flex plate because it's just been sitting around, haven't been using it, it's just used for measurements, so it's a bit grimy. In here, the PPM forged pistons. That's an empty box because the con rods are over here, as I just showed you. The bearings that we've used for checking and clearancing, they're out, so we'll give them a clean up, some extra bolts. The copper head gasket, which works with the fire rings in the block, which are in somewhere, fire rings. So I saw them a second ago, they are here. And also the Torrington, which Anth has clearanced perfectly. I've got a couple of shots of that. And that is for the reason of getting the crank end float perfect. Big thanks to Permaseal. I have a Permaseal gasket kit here. I've got two of these actually, one for the other ute and one for this one. Reason I got one for the other ute is because the other one's going to get oil pump, gears, timing chain and valve springs, but basically be a stock FG engine. And so there's the rest of the Horsepower Junkie oil pump in here. Look at that, HB Junkie. If you know, you know. Horsepower Junkie vernier timing gears. And Anth is down the back doing the final cleanup on the engine, so I'm going to go for a wander down there. This is actually be quite funny. As per usual, there's a lot going on here. Like all these cranks all prepped, done, ready to go. So many engines, like there's so much stuff on the go here at the moment. Like, you know, 2JZ or Z for you Americans. It was a bit worried that it looks like messier here, but they've been so busy this week that someone's coming in here to give it a clean up, but everything in here is being worked on, so it's just lots happening. I'm just going to come out here because it's noisy in there, and I'm going to keep backing up because this guy's getting out of my shot. So I decided to refilm the beginning of this just purely because I called this guy Steph for some reason, and his name's Sean. Maybe I thought he was like a Swedish massage guy or something like that. He's an LS guy, look at him. Yeah.
You like my LSs?
He's not wearing a bum bag though.
No.
Yeah.
I've got the white sneakers on though.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Shouldn't they be red?
Possibly.
Oh, there you go. Alright, so final clean up here. Yep, that's all looking shiny and ready for its clean. There's Anth's very, very, very custom sump specifically for this engine. Nice billet pan rail to go onto the bed plate over there. My favourite part of the building here, the Terminator bar. Look at that. Alright kids, always wear gloves when playing with acid. Look at that. Engine stands there, Anth's painted the block and cleaned the absolute living crap out of it in the other order, so clean and then paint. and just getting ready to put it on the engine stand, which is awesome. I haven't put a microphone on Anth yet because he's doing very important stuff and don't want to bug him. Don't block things. Alright, so the crank is in, bearings are in, he's done final checks, and yeah, starting to put these studs in.
Do you want to grab the other ones out of the tank?
Oh yeah, yep. Alright, I better go do some work rather than dicking around with the camera. Serious though here, Anth hasn't done or said anything funny yet. Tiny update, what's going on?
Well, we've got a crank in the block. Block's clean, block's prepped. End float's done on the block as well. We did all our bearing clearances and all that prior to putting it together. Ring gaps are done already prior to putting it all together and final cleaning it. So yeah, we'll just put the pistons in. It's been a long day. Like, I don't know if anyone realises, but it's like 3 or 4 o'clock here at the moment. So yeah, I think we'll get the pistons and rods in, maybe put the windage tray on, and then I think we'll call it a night there.
Well, the GoPro mount's working well, but the GoPro's not charging. So maybe it's because it's the old one. Anth's here putting the pistons and rods together. Oh look, Mez is here.
Hello.
It's just normal Mez waves.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah, get that Barra goodness in you.
Do you know that guy over there is like the biggest Barra fan ever? Loves the Barra. Like, you can see him smiling. Barra the world.
Number 1.
Yeah.
You know when you have a good idea that wasn't? Yeah, That's not the actual rocker cover. Well, it is, but it's not finished, it's just raw.
3 days. And I'm too tired.
Alright, just got to put a rear main seal in it. It goes there. This rocker cover is going to get some dash fittings put on it. I've removed these little shark fin bits off the side here that hold the top cover because it's not going to get that on there. and I've got a couple of sneaky modifications I'm going to do to it, and then it'll go off and get powder coated and have the baffle plates put back in, then it can go on. But yeah, just a couple of little last minute things, and then it can go back to Adelaide. So yeah, big thanks to Anth for putting in the effort helping this come together. And look at that sump setup, that is pretty epic. Yeah, pretty awesome. So it's going to hold a lot of oil. He's washing his hands, but oh, yeah, love. Yeah. Nice. All right. On that note. That's very close. Let's talk about this empty engine bay and what we're going to do about it. We put a bloody engine in. Engine going in. I don't know why I talk like an idiot when I'm doing this. This should be myself, to be brutally honest, but I think I'm quite boring, so. Damn YouTube, it makes people into people they really aren't. So, don't put an engine in the engine bay. How exciting. Alright, so I think that's about enough action for one day. Mr. Engine Crane's been working overtime, did a trial fit, made sure everything went in fine. No real clearance issues, other than that, yeah, it's all sitting in. These engine plates, I've got a little bit of room to move this way so I can move the engine up or down, so I won't tighten everything up in here until the transmission's in, because that way everything's sitting perfectly mounted. Because if I go tightening this up now, it might move up or down or put a bit of tension on it. So these will stay for now, so I won't seal up the water pump area yet. Once the transmission's ready to go in, then I can do that. Just dummying up. I never had a full straight gate before when I was doing all this, so thankfully I took a bit of a guess with it with Johnny, and it worked out perfectly. The only thing I might still do is the dump pipe here. May actually take it off and put a bit more of a kick on it, but that will take 2 seconds. Other than that, pretty happy. I mean, this engine's pretty damn cool, so looking forward to that. Other than that, quick, go this way. There's this crap everywhere. There's a big turbo. Put my 4-inch pipe through the cabin here. That is what I call the tunnel of love. So that's in. And then in the back here, I've pulled this down where everything's so dusty. I need to blow it all off. And there's junk everywhere because I've been working on it. I have the Cold Fusion nitrous bottle there, which is the start of something that I will talk to you guys about later, because I'm going to be working with these guys. A really good friend of mine is now the importer for it, and it is a really cool, pun intended, company out of Texas. I've also added what some people call a dog bowl onto the top of the fuel filler. I'm yet to decide whether or not I punch a hole in the top of that, because maybe, but essentially we want to be lifting the tailgate, the tonneau anyway after a run to check the nitrous, if the nitrous is being used, rather than just topping up fuel. So maybe not. I'd rather keep this nice and clean on top, and yeah, I don't want to go whacking holes in it, so we'll see how we go. Other than that, I'm getting happy, and yeah, big thanks to this guy here. We had a massive weekend together, and we have an engine in the car, so it is effectively dummied up, but I think it's probably in its new home already, because I don't really have any need to take it out. It's mostly just a turbo manifold and some other things, so I can get to bits and pieces. But as we've seen, I've got the oil cooler in there, and that's just an oil filter that's on there to keep the dust out, but that will get replaced with an oil filter adapter, because I obviously have the Clearview filter, and that has a Syntec on the bottom of it, and then that will go from there up to the oil cooler and that. Plus, because this car is running one of the Horsepower Junkie internal, billet oil pumps, it's got an external oil pressure regulator, which is going to go on the body there. But you know, a few tricks there. But yeah, what colour should I paint this? Because that is just raw sandblasted at the moment. Still got to weld on dash fittings and stuff like that, but should I go back with the original orange, like the seats like I had before? Or should I go a different colour? Or just black, nasty black? I was thinking black because I like black, but we'll see how we go. How nice is that manifold too. It's a beautiful combination of 6 boosts work and Dale from Adelaide Ceramic Coating. So yeah, pretty cool. And also this is all done. It's got brakes. I'm very happy, lots happening. So yeah, progress. Awesome progress. So yeah. Guess I'll see you in the next video, won't I? Damn, I can't wait to drive this again. Alright, bye.